1945. That year he was district commander. This hut was built in 1932. The Legion Auxiliary was organized the 20th of January 1932 with 16 charter members. A unique feature of the post activities has been the fact that the hut was built and paid for without any member ever having to pay a penny. The money for the lot and building came out of proceeds from the Strawberry Festival and square dances, which was sponsored by the Post. Each year, Post 139 brought nationally known dance bands such as Guy Lombardo, Jan Garber, Jimmy Dorsey, Bob Chester, and many others to the Strawberry Festival dance. Another worthwhile project of the Post during the Depression years were Tonsil Clinics conducted in the Legion hut. About 300 operations were performed over a 2-year period. We have identified some of the people in the picture. Front row, fourth from the left, Myrtle Bailey. Next, Wayne Bailey and Mr. Lineberry. The first man on the right, front row, is Carl Miller. Next, John V. Stroll. Next, Claire Bailey. On the second row, fourth woman on the left is Lee Yates. The first man on the right, Frank Wooten, and then John Yates. This is the Cotton Gin. It was located on 3rd Avenue and Brown Street, where the unemployment office is located today. It was operated by the Peel family. Nothing remains of this building. This is C.D. Bishop, manager of Brunswick Electric Membership Corporation, and pilot Ben Duke. The Strawberries were flown to Washington, D.C., May 2, 1946. It was the first long-distance air shipment of strawberries from southeastern North Carolina. The berries were received by REA Administrator Claude Wicker. Farmers of the Chadbourn area presented the berries in appreciation for rural electrical services. This is Brown Street, about 1950, looking south. Chadbourn was a thriving town with 3 stoplights. There were no vacant stores, and the business area extended down East and West Railroad Avenue, and about 4 blocks on North and South Brown Street, and several blocks on East and West First Avenue. In this picture, on the left, is Boyd's Grocery, then the A&P Grocery, Moore's Beauty Shop, Collins Department Store, Kuntz Drug Store, Bullock's Department Store. On the right is A&S Grocery, McCormick's Shoe Shop, Jackson's Department Store, the Waccamaw Bank, Lewis Jewelry and Bicycle Shop, Riff's Clothing, Derrick's Drug Store, and Rabin's Cleaners. In January of 1968, a freight train derailed adjacent to one of Chadbourn's residential areas. The train was loaded with munitions en route to Sunny Point Ammunition Depot. The town was evacuated for 48 hours because of the danger of explosions. Ms. Alice Lowe said, "The two greatest events in Chadbourn history was this derailment and the refrigerator car panic of 1905. Miss Alice had penciled in parentheses Hurricane Hazel, which came through Columbus County in 1954. This is Brown Street looking north in 1980. The building on the right is the old Bank of Chadbourn building. This is now Walker's tax office. Diagonally across the street on the left are the recently burned building of the A&S Music Company. These buildings burned January the 2nd, 1980. This is Brown Street looking south in 1980. People have said this looks like a ghost town, or this is a dying town. Boyd's store is on the left. Jackson Department Store is on the right. Kuntz Drug Store is on the left. A&S Music Company gone on the right. These stores are all unoccupied. But remember, Ms. Moores said towns grow north of a railroad, and so grows Chadbourn. Of course, this is another view of Brown Street looking north. Between this area, which is the old part of Chadbourn, and Strawberry Boulevard, there is a new post office, 2 banks, a discount store, a grocery store, a furniture store, a meat market, a dental office, a medical center, and a drugstore. This is the 1980 north side of Strawberry Boulevard. On the left is the UCB Bank, and to the right are the new stores of Hill's Supermarket and Jones Discount. This is the freight depot in 1980, located at Railroad and Wilson Street. As a town grows, it also declines. Portions of Chadbourn need revitalization. An example is the first block of Brown Street, and this building, the jail. It served over the years as a jail, sometimes as a town office. Not too long ago, public offenders were locked up here until they could be carried to the county jail.